Yo, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be breaking down some Chiefs film here, starting off with this 5 wide. All right, if you like what you're seeing, please like, comment, subscribe. It means the world to me. All right, now with that being said, let's start off with this 5 wide. We're really going to look down here at Travis Kelce. All right, this play is really just set up for him to work that one-on-one. That's why you go 5 wide. You spread the defense out. All right, look for one of your playmakers inside working against a linebacker or even a nickel defender. Okay, right here we got the nickel. Okay, we're just trying to have him win that one-on-one, and here he kind of runs that jerk route. It finds that soft spot. Here you can just give him any kind of option, which I really like. Decides to work him outside. He gets in, makes a catch. All right, gets upfield, gets a first down. So I really do like this right here. Whenever you're just trying to get your dude the ball, go 5 wide, get him in the slot, have him work against a linebacker. Right here, we have a very, very nicely designed play action. Going to hit the running back in the flat after the fake. All right, but setting it all up, pushing the defense back. We have this very, very, very big corner. All right, and then we're going to break it out, right? We're going to sell that post, break it out from Tyreek Hill, I believe that's who that is. All right, and then inside, we're going to run our 10-yard out, 10 to 15-yard out. Right here, this is where it gets pretty cool. The running back is going to fake the handoff, then just hit that flat. A lot of times after the handoff, typically, right, running backs get into pass pro or they just really go to the opposite side of the field. But right here, he's actually getting into the route, which I really like. So go check this out down here, though. Watch that big corner, then watch that out, all right? They're going to play back, right? That's Tyreek Hill. You want to play back, all right? This safety, this corner, all right? They're going to be occupied. You're going to play Tyreek Hill. Okay, and then right here, that opens it up for Kelce. And the defense knows that something like that's going to happen, so they're still backing up. All right, this backer is pretty far back. He could play that out, right, which leaves all this space right here for our running back. All right, and here's what I really like. Here's why it's important to get fast guys in the flat. All right, fast, shifty guys, because then they can take a 1-yard route and turn it up for 10, 11, 12, 13 yards. All right, very nicely designed. I really like this from the Chiefs right here. All right, so right here we're in that 2x2 set, motioning Kelce down. And right here is another good example, but the Chiefs do really well. All right, just like in the last play, we got that play action into a flood. I forgot to mention that about the last play. That is a flood route, or a flood concept, I should say, because you're going to have that deep, clearing people out. Deep route could be a fade or that high corner. All right, and then you have 2 options underneath, at the intermediate and then the shallow, the short, right? So short, intermediate, and deep. But right here, we still get a flood, but you'll notice we're on about, the 23-yard line, right? So when you're running this clear out right here, it doesn't really make much sense to run like a really big post. You're running out of space. So right here, what they're going to do is they're going to hitch it up, and then Kelce's still going to run. He's really going to run like a corner and then sit, which maybe he has a corner route and then adjust it on the fly. And then we're going to have the fake to the running back right into the flat, which can be really hard to defend, putting a lot of defenders in conflict, especially, right, if they're worried about your speed. So right here, like, you could run this post, but it's a little bit more practical if you're able to shut it down, especially right here. Okay, so right here, put some defenders in conflict. We got safeties coming, got corners eyeballing this, right, which kind of leaves this space for Kelce to work. And on top of that, right, in the last play I showed you, maybe they had a game plan defensively about playing the running back, all right? Or maybe they said, hey, let's adjust. You see that running back on play action, watch him go to the flat. And that's what our linebacker does right here, right? Linebacker now sees the running back. Maybe that's his man in this certain zone, whatever it is, right? And now he's going to fly downhill. No, he didn't really fly downhill, but he's still watching that flat, right? Which causes Kelce to find that little soft spot behind him, all right, get some yards, and just fight, get all the way inside the 5-yard line, all right. Nice flood concept right here. Now, right here, this isn't really that crazy of a concept. You're going to see at the bottom of the screen, we got a skinny post from number 1, we got a dig from number 2, and then another post from number 3. And I don't even really care about that part. What I'm looking at is how simple this is. At the top of the screen, all you're going to do, all right, is just they have Tyreek Hill right here. And all he's going to do is get ISO'd up in the backside and just run this little snag route. But why is this effective? Well, because all you're doing is playing mind games with this linebacker right here. Because what we're trying to do is we're going to snag this. Oh, oops. Snag it right there. We're going to send this running back out into the flat. Now, earlier in the game, the Chiefs ran this, and they hit the running back. So maybe the linebacker's thinking, okay, cool, I'm going to go run out to the flat, guard the running back, and he does that on this play, and he's wrong. And we let Tyreek Hill catch the ball about 2 yards on this, all right, and let him get upfield. All right, if you're able to get one of your best players, your top receiver, the ball, and one of the fastest players in the fastest player in the NFL, you let him get the ball with 2 yards and a bunch of space, some really good things are going to happen. So just a very simple snag concept here that I just really wanted to point out. I really liked, and I think it's just such an easy way to get playmakers the ball. Here's another very nicely designed play action. Now we're going to rewind this real quick though, because you're going to see Hardman here, another very, very fast receiver. He's motioning in, all right, he was in the slot. He was right here. Then he motioned into the backfield, which can be very confusing for a defense, especially if you have, it's a wide receiver coming into the backfield wondering what's going to happen. Well, we're going to sell some split zone here, all right. And Mahomes actually makes a really great throw here, getting that arm slot, right, that sidearm throw. Right, getting that play action, I really like this because it's very unique. You don't see many wide receivers running split zone like this, all right, which makes sense because he's not even really blocking. He's just getting into the route, all right, but just very nicely designed here. And then Travis Kelce, right, we're also going to look for this as our number one option. He's going to run kind of across and then come back out, which I think you probably could have hit too. But again, right, getting your fast guys the ball, even if it's 1 yard, get them in the flat, so let them run. Because they're going to turn that 1 yard route, like I said, into like 10 yards. Right here, we're at the 1. We're getting up the field. All right, we're almost at a first down. So very nicely designed way to get fast guys the ball in the flats. Right here, we have another simple concept. Just stick, right? But we're sending that running back, which makes it a lot harder to guard, especially here in the red zone. Because we have linebackers, in this case, the nickel back is flying down towards the running back, which leads Travis Kelce to be able to just find the soft spot, hitch it up at about 5 yards, and then do the rest and take it into the end zone. So very simple concept here, just a stick concept with the running back coming out. Now here, I'm going to show you, I saved the best for last. So I'm going to show you why this is actually one of my favorite concepts. This is probably the first or second concept I would put into my offense, just because I think it's very simple. And there are a lot of different ways that you can use this concept. Right now, right here, I'm going to draw it up for you. We have a skinny post, big post. The key here is to take 2 with you. All right, that's what we're trying to do here. And we can watch that post. We're going to see that's what it does. You have a cornerback and a safety. You're taking 2 with you. Now, when you take that cornerback with you, that's going to leave space for this route. Now, what is he running? Well, we're going to have our big post. Hopefully we take 2. Then we're going to run 10-yard out. In the NFL, you can run 15-yard outs, 20-yard outs. Maybe not 20. 15-yard outs is kind of the limit, I'd say. But here we're running a 10-yard out. Okay. And you see it leaves them just enough space because we are taking 2 up here. Now we have just enough space to complete this. Mahomes, you give him that much space, he's going to complete it. All right. But why is that open still? We take 2, but shouldn't there be a linebacker there? Yes, there should. But what are we doing to hold that backer? We're sending this running back out on a swing. And these are the type of concepts that I just absolutely love because you have a deep threat. All right, they don't say with the deep threat, you have a touchdown. Okay, they take away the deep threat, they take away the touchdown, or I'm going to hit this first down. All right, maybe they take away the first down, we check it down, let them run. But here, we put the linebacker in conflict. You're going to pick. Are you going to drop back or are you going to play up? This whole game, they were really hitting the running back on some short stuff. So maybe these backers all right, have noticed that and are deciding, you know what, I'm going to try to take that away. Well, if you take that away, now you're letting Tyreek Hill catch the ball 10 yards downfield. All right, they're tackling right away, but still, that's too much to give up, especially, you know, leaving someone that good and leaving a quarterback like that to just complete the ball. He does get some pressure, I will admit that, but that's why I really like this concept of even on the backside. All right, you have a cross, especially against one high. This should work. If you're running this big post against one high and you want this cross work, I can see where you're coming from, because I probably would prefer this receiver to run an outside release fade. But if it's one high and you run that skinny post and you have this cross coming, right, and they cover the out, they cover the flat, and that cross should be open, especially because we have this drag coming too, which is actually maybe why they run that skinny post. Because even look here, like that drag underneath, we're putting another defender in conflict because we have that drag and that cross. And right now the backer is kind of playing in no man's land in the middle of it. Maybe you could hit either, but the drag is a little bit safer. So yeah, that's why I really like this concept. It's very hard to defend, all right, unless you know it's coming. And you know it's a good thing when you're able to get Tyreek Hill wide open. That's like one of the best receivers in the NFL. All right, so that's all I got for you today. Again, if you enjoyed this, please leave me a comment. Leave me a like. I'd really appreciate it. All right, and with that being said, I hope you have a great day. Peace out.